Hi, I'm John Twist of University Motors, and today I want to say just a few words about wire wheels. This is a wire wheel. Okay, wire wheels are heavier than disc wheels. That's why the movement was in 1950 to go from wire wheels to disc wheels. But in 1950, when the TD came out with disc wheels, everybody said, I can't stand it. I want the classic look of spokes. But you hardly ever see racers with wire wheels unless they're really, really old MGs. Disc wheels are so much better. Anyway, lots of stuff goes wrong with wire wheels. So let's just go over some of the problems that you might have and how you might find them. First of all, the hub works loose from the splines on the hub on the car. So the splines here wear, and if you run your finger along these splines, you just run them along the length of the spline, and if you can feel that there's a tremendous difference between the splines on the outside and the splines on the very inside, because the splines on the very inside don't contact splines from the hub on the car, therefore they remain unworn. The splines on the outside are the ones that wear. And if you can run your finger along here and feel a ridge, maybe 1/4 of an inch from the inside, where it goes up from the worn to the unworn being the smaller diameter, then you know that the wheel might be in tough shape. These are great. These feel just perfect. Okay. So another thing that goes wrong is the spokes. The spokes get loose. You know, that's just what happens. How do you find a loose spoke? With a massive hammer like the kind that I've got here. So we're going to be quiet and we're going to listen, and I'll call out the spokes that are faulty. The spokes that are tight have a nice ring to them. The spokes that are loose have got a dull thud. Okay, that's got a nice sound to it. Nice sound. Ooh! Okay, he's tight, he's loose. He's almost loose. Tight, loose, tight, 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 and not so good. Tight, tight, loose, tight. In practice, unless the wheels are brand new, you're not going to find all of them tight. Let me show you the wrench I have for tightening up the spokes. So here's my snap-on wrench. You know, any snap-on tool costs at least half a paycheck, right? So here's my snap-on wrench. Here's that loose spoke. So I'm not sure that I can tighten this up very, very often. Well, surprise, surprise, my wrench doesn't want to fit the spoke. How horrible is this? And Mr. Spider's in here too, fighting me. He's been sitting on the side. Well, this is embarrassing. Here I want to bring up my spoke wrench and show how to adjust the spokes, but my 1/4 inch spoke wrench doesn't fit these for whatever reason. We'll have to get another size wrench, but sometimes you can adjust the spokes just a little bit, tighten them up just so that you get that nice ring back to them again. Most often the spoke and the nipple are rusted. You can't turn them. The bottom line is that if your wheel is crummy, if the hub is worn, if you've got more than, I don't know, 6 or 8, 10 spokes that are loose, just buy another wheel. It just doesn't make sense to relace it or to to try to tighten it up. We've taken a torch and heated up the nuts and tried to get the nuts loose, but boy, this thing, I don't know. Maybe these things are metric. They could be metric because this has got a Dunlop sticker on it, and those wheels come out of India. So it might be that instead of 1/4 inch, it's a metric size. But you can see this wrench is nice and thick, so it grabs the spokes, because the spokes are always really tight. So I don't know what kind of spoke wrench I need. Maybe someone from a bicycle shop would have an answer to getting those spokes tight. But again, usually you can't do it. So anyway, that's just my quick comment about wire wheels. If you have, you know, most everybody enjoys the look of a wire wheel. You know, the beauty is in the eye of the beholder. But if you do have wire wheels, you do want to, and of course if you take a hammer like this and tunk them, you're going to chip some paint off them, so you got to use something else. But this wooden handle doesn't do it. You can use a little tiny screwdriver and tunk them from the back side or something, so you can't see the chips of the paint, or don't hit them quite so hard. Anyway, that's just a couple of comments about wire wheels today. It's a nice October day in Grand Rapids, Michigan. The weather started to move for us. It started to get a little cooler. Still nice driving weather. Beautiful out in the sunshine. Nice fall day. Today's the day you want your heater to work in your MG. Maybe we'll talk about that next time, how to make your heater work. So anyway, until then, safety fast.